On a cold February night in 2004, 21-year-old Maura Murray vanished after crashing her car on a lonely road in New Hampshire. With her car locked and belongings inside, she disappeared into the darkness, leaving behind a mystery that has puzzled investigators and intrigued the public ever since.
Please note that this is only a rough overview of Maura's disappearance. There are numerous theories and details related to the case. My intention is to bring attention to this case and not to present all the exact details. Enjoy the video.
Maura Murray was a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst when she disappeared on February 9, 2004. She came from a close-knit family with 4 older siblings. Maura was an outstanding student and athlete, having secured a place at the prestigious United States Military Academy at West Point before transferring to UMass. The days before Maura Murray vanished were filled with significant and troubling events that might shed light on her state of mind and the circumstances surrounding her disappearance. On February 5, 2004, Maura was working her regular shift at the security desk of the University of Massachusetts Amherst. During her shift, she received a phone call from her sister Kathleen. The conversation was intense and emotional, revolving around personal issues that Kathleen was experiencing. This call visibly upset Maura, leaving her colleagues and friends concerned about her emotional well-being. Kathleen later revealed that she had been discussing problems related to her relationship and recovery from addiction, which deeply affected Maura. 2 days later, on February 7th, Maura was involved in a car accident while driving her father's car. She had borrowed the car to attend a party and was driving back late at night when the accident occurred. The vehicle suffered considerable damage after Maura lost control and crashed. This incident added to the stress she was already experiencing, particularly because she had to inform her father about the damage. Fred Murray, Maura's father, was understandably upset, but focused on finding a solution to repair the vehicle and support his daughter. The day following the accident, February 8th, Fred Murray traveled to Amherst to assist Maura with the aftermath of the car crash. Together, they dealt with car insurance matters and began looking for a replacement vehicle. Fred's visit was intended to provide support and guidance, but it also highlighted the increasing pressure Maura was under. The combination of emotional distress from the call with her sister, the stress from the car accident, and the logistical challenges of finding a new vehicle seemed to weigh heavily on Maura. Despite the tumultuous events of the previous days, Maura did not express any explicit plans to her father or friends that would indicate she was preparing to disappear. However, the accumulation of stressors likely contributed to her mental and emotional state.
On that fateful day, Maura left the university campus with a seemingly hurried and mysterious agenda. She had packed her car with essential personal belongings, including clothes, toiletries, and her school materials. Among the items was a printed email containing driving directions to the White Mountains of New Hampshire, suggesting she had planned her route. Around 3:30 p.m., Maura stopped at a liquor store in Amherst, Massachusetts, where she purchased a significant amount of alcohol, including a box of wine and several types of liquor. This stop was one of her last known actions before heading north. Later that evening, at approximately 7:27 p.m., Maura's car, a black Saturn sedan, veered off Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire. The car crashed into a snowbank, and the impact left the vehicle undrivable. The force of the collision caused significant front-end damage, deploying the airbags. A nearby resident, Faith Westman, heard the crash from her home and quickly called the police, reporting the accident. Another local resident, Butch Atwood, a school bus driver, came upon the scene shortly after. He saw a young woman, believed to be Maura, standing outside the car. When he offered assistance, she declined, stating that she had already called for help and that a tow truck was on the way. This claim was later proven false, as no such call had been made. When law enforcement arrived at the scene approximately 10 minutes later, Maura was nowhere to be found. Her car was locked, and inside, officers found her personal items, including the purchased alcohol, her school books, and a blank accident report form from the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles. Additionally, a rag had been stuffed into the tailpipe of the car, a curious detail that puzzled investigators. The immediate area around the crash site was searched thoroughly. Witnesses reported seeing a young woman walking along the road a short distance from the crash, appearing uninjured. Search dogs were brought in and tracked Maura's scent from her car for about 30 meters down the road before losing the trail, indicating that she had either entered a vehicle or her scent was too faint to follow further. Phone records from that day revealed that Maura had made several calls earlier, including to a car rental agency and to book a motel room in Stowe, Vermont. These calls hinted that she might have been planning to travel, but their exact purpose remains unclear. Extensive searches of the surrounding woods, rivers, and nearby properties were conducted by local law enforcement, volunteers, and private investigators, but no further traces of Maura were found. Despite the comprehensive search efforts, her disappearance quickly evolved into a tangled web of theories and speculations. Accident or intentional act? Some theorize that Maura may have intentionally caused the car accident to stage an escape from her life. The emotional turmoil from the preceding days could have driven her to such drastic measures. However, this theory is difficult to prove and leaves many unanswered questions. Another possibility is that Maura was picked up or abducted by someone after leaving the crash site. The abrupt end of her scent trail and the lack of evidence of her whereabouts lend some credence to this theory. An abduction or encounter with a dangerous individual could explain her sudden disappearance. Lastly, it's possible that Maura experienced another accident or mishap after leaving her car, preventing her from returning or seeking help. A fall or injury in the wilderness could have rendered her unable to communicate or find assistance, leading to her disappearance without a trace. Maura Murray's case remains one of the most enduring mysteries of the 21st century, with countless questions and few concrete answers. Each theory offers a potential explanation, but none can definitively unravel the enigma of what truly happened to Maura Murray on that cold February night. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and share your theory about the case. I might make another video to explore more details or theories. Stay safe out there.